and welcome. This is Otyrar News and I'm Tina Kudaybergen. In Egypt, the Golden Parade of the Pharaohs was held. Thousands of people in Cairo watched the procession as 22 ancient mummies, 18 kings and 4 queens were moved from the old Egyptian National Museum to new National Museum of Egyptian Civilization. The mummies were transported in chronological order. One of the main attractions of Saturday's events, the mummy of Ramses II, one of the most famous pharaohs of the Egyptian New Kingdom. Bangladesh ferry collides with cargo ship. Ferry with 50 passengers sank in Bangladesh. The ferry collided with the cargo ship. The incident occurred on Shitalaksha River. About 12 people independently climbed to the shore. 5 women are dead, and due to weather conditions, rescuers couldn't start searching operations immediately. A blind American woman sued Uber for $1 million for the fact that drivers refused to drive her. The lawsuit was filed by Lisa Irving. According to her, in total, the drivers of the service refused her 14 times. In some cases, they insulted her or made claims because she wanted to take a guide dog with her in the car. Irving notes that because of refusals of drivers, she was left alone on the streets in the dead of night. She was late for work several times because of cancelled trips by the drivers, and in the end, she was fired. The number of cases of coronavirus infection in the world has reached 30 million. This is reported by the World Health Organization. The United States has the most cases of infection during the pandemic, followed by Brazil, India, France, and Russia. We will continue with the Kazakhstani news. Stay on the air. The electronic vaccination passport is available on eGov. As the Minister of Digital Development Baghdad Muhsin said, it displays information in 3 languages: what drugs the person received, in what doses, on what datas. You can demonstrate the document at the place of the request and open access using QR code. The minister spoke about importance of recognizing Kazakhstan's e-passport of vaccination and integration with international systems. A 17-year-old teenager was diagnosed with coronavirus. Now he cannot leave Egypt, but the official representative said that everything is fine and young man is living in a hotel which is took care of all expenses. Concerning about another Kazakhstani and Shymkent city news, will tell my colleague Saltanat Isayeva.
This is Otyrar News. We continue. Since the beginning of 2021, 3,996 ethnic Kazakhs have returned to their homeland and received the status of Kandas. It is specified that 75% of Kandases who arrived in Kazakhstan in 2021 are from Uzbekistan, 11% from China, 5% from Turkmenistan, 3% from Mongolia, and 4% from other countries. 12-year-old Satbal Daltay from the city of Kapshagay, Almaty region, suffers from leukemia. Now the child needs treatment in Turkey. In the 2nd grade, the child began to complain of pain in his legs and weakness. After the examination, the boy was diagnosed with acute myeloblastic leukemia. You can see the bank details on the screens. More about Shymkent news. Kazakh opera singer Mara Muhamedkoza became the winner of the International Professional Music Award Bravo 2021. The award ceremony was held in Moscow on the stage of the Bolshoi Theater. I have good news. At the ceremony of awarding the International Professional Music Award Bravo, which took place in Moscow at the Bolshoi Theater, I was awarded a statue in the category Best Opera Singer. I am proud that my work was appreciated abroad, she wrote on her Instagram. One of the most important issues for Shymkent is transport. The population of the 3rd megalopolis is steadily growing and the number of cars on the roads is also increasing. To make all road users feel comfortable, Shymkent is increasing the length of roads.
Last year, the total length of roads was less than 3,000 kilometers. This year, more than 3,200. More than 2,000 of these are asphalt concrete, 1,000 are gravel and mix, and 172 kilometers of roads are unconstructed.
Last year, about 400 kilometers of roads were mended in Shymkent. According to experts of the Department of Transport and Highways, this is a record figure. This year, 32 billion tenge was allocated for the construction of roads, which is 8 billion more than a year earlier. But there are even fewer streets under mending. Officials attribute this to the scale of construction of the buildings. The delivery of the interchange at the intersection of Kunaeva Avenue and Ryskov Street is scheduled for the end of this year. In the Turkestan region, the daughter-in-law secretly performs a loan under the name of her mother-in-law. She did this by using the phone of a relative. The truth came out when the mother-in-law turned to the police. It turns out that the daughter-in-law had a debt to the bank. She decided to pay it off at the expense of her mother-in-law. The girl took a loan online, 50,000 tenge. The debts eventually grew in interest. The young couple divorced.
This fact was registered under Article 190 of the Criminal Code of the Republic of Kazakhstan fraud. She confessed to the crime. Currently, a pre-trial investigation is being conducted on this fact. The suspect is under subscription.
Ассаламу алейкум. Пришли к вам в гости.
The story of the Iskander family is amazing. Many years ago, their ancestors moved from China to Kazakhstan. Warm welcome, housing from the state, work. The settlers took root. Today, Iskanderovs are more than 100 only in Shymkent and do not plan to leave for their historical homeland.
В 30-е годы они переехали.
In the 1930s, the ancestors moved to China because of the Red Terror. And in 1962, a decree was issued that those who have Soviet citizenship should be returned. At that time, we had only 4 people in the family.
To preserve the culture and lifestyle of the ethnic group are the main task, says the elder of the Iskander family. This is possible in Shymkent. On the festive table are traditional Uyghur lagman and dumplings with clover, salted tea and starch salad. Uyghurs in Shymkent live in large communities, help and support each other. They are sensitive to their culture, they have preserved their customs, cuisine and national language. In our country, the Uyghurs have found their happiness and consider Kazakhstan their homeland. A gang of car thieves was detained in Turkestan. The group consisted of 4 people. The criminals acted in 3 regions of Kazakhstan. They stole expensive foreign cars using an expensive scanning device. The police established at least 5 episodes of illegal activity of the suspects. At the same time, the detectives managed to find and return 1 car to the owner. The suspects managed to sell the stolen Toyota Camry in Shymkent for 4 million tenge.
В настоящее время следствием установлено.
Currently, the investigation has confirmed the involvement of these persons in 5 cases of car theft. Of the 5 facts, they committed 2 in Aksubi city, 2 in the Turkestan region and 1 in the Kızıldağ region. The involvement of persons in other similar crimes is checked, and persons who bought expensive cars are also identified.
4 suspects were detained. They are residents of the Aksubi region. 3 of them were previously convicted of robbery and possession of weapons. 2 of the car thieves are adherents of a destructive religious movement.
Самобытный, мистический, безумно красивый и, самое главное, живой. Все эти слова прекрасно подходят Туркестану. Этот город в Казахстане имеет, пожалуй, самую богатую историю.
To say Turkestan and want to stay there forever is exactly the feeling it evokes in everyone who has visited this amazing city at least once. Turkestan is a real Kazakh miracle, the ancient city of the country where antiquity and modernity miraculously coexist. Our team made a special trip to this city to help you find your way around and play your road correctly. Believe me, a whole day is not enough to see Turkestan. Enjoy our program. for attention. We wish you good news. See you on next news release.